Jacksonville is a hotbed for soccer with the Armada and all the number of sports associations that we have that do soccer. And one of the things that we do for the department is the associations manage the parks, but then we manage the maintenance of a lot of these parks. And at Austin Regional Park, we're doing a soccer field rehab project. It's really a two-phase project where two of the large fields are being resodded, and then two of the large fields are being what we call sprigged. It's more than just coming in and cutting the grass and exposing the soil. It's a long-term project. From inception to completion is about a 3-month process. We originally had to go in and actually just measure the entire area to get our acreage. It's a project of 8.5 acres, and that's pretty significant. To do the whole complex at one time and close it down and have that luxury to be able to do that is really important. We have to map out exactly the areas that we want to have done. Then our crews go in and what we call degrass those areas. And they do that by killing all the grass first, because we don't want any of those excessive weeds that we're trying to get out of there to remain. So we do 2 sprayings of essentially a herbicide to kill the grass. And then we go in with machines and cut the grass off, and then we go in second after that with what we call a laser grader or a grader to give us our finished slope so that we have good drainage. And then now we're ready for the sprig or the sod. There are a number of issues or reasons why we do this project, and the first one is player safety. That is the biggest thing in any regard that when we do any of our maintenance. Is participant or player safety. And what had happened over the years over at Austin is just from use, they've developed divots and they've developed low spots, so the surface wasn't an even plain surface.
Obviously you walk into a park and you want it to have all the amenities and look pretty, but reality is that we have kids out here that are 4 years old to 19 years old. And one injury, even at 6, 7 years old, can impact a player for life. And we have kids out here that are trying for college scholarships. Like on my team, these kids are 17 years old. They go out and they get caught in one of these holes running full speed. Imagine running full speed and then all of a sudden hitting a hole and tearing an MCL or an ACL. You may never play soccer again. So it's pretty crucial.
The timeline is one of those things that's kind of fluid. We have a timeline on paper, but the timeline on paper doesn't always translate to the timeline of reality. But hopefully with good control we'll be playable by Labor Day, and that's kind of our goal, is to make sure that come Labor Day that both the sodded and the sprigged fields are up and ready to go for their season.
I will say this, it's been an outstanding experience on behalf of our club, Arlington Football Club, and the community to work with the city.
It's always a good feeling to know that you've provided a really good upgrade and an improvement to a facility and to a location. Beyond that, it's important for us to be able to maintain that. You know, to get it to that point is one thing and is great, but then you want to be able to establish a regimen and a process that we can maintain and keep it at that point. That's really the biggest goal is, all right, you do it, but then what? Then we want to get to the point where it's provided to them on an ongoing basis.